Okay guys, so this is my new improved rocket fuel heater, version 2.9, something like that. This is brilliant. This works even better than the best version. I had a few ideas. Firstly, it's all about convection, so it's important that this here is steel and not brick, although you want to surround it by brick to insulate it a bit. The hotter that steel gets, the more draw of air through here. This is the entry point. The second principle behind this rocket stove is it must be sealed relatively well so it's sucking through the path of least resistance, which will be here. This started with a few bits of the Yellow Pages paper, bits of this pine, and immediately took off. It was really easy to start. It wanted to, it certainly was not struggling. And I have an instant heat. You could pretty much, if you wanted to, use your which I'll put on now. 1 second. You could start it with the pan on top of it, and the gap underneath with these little nuts here, there would be enough, and it would start really quickly. As you can see, there's just, I'm not sure if you can see that, there is just no smoke at all. It's any gases are being burnt, and I reckon you could have a barbie going within about 2 minutes. So I'll just grab, I initially had this piece of 4" by 4" tube attached that way to the 4" by 4" tube that went this way, and I noticed that you didn't really need this tube here. This was actually just getting hot and absorbing some of the heat that could be in the flue and was being exposed to air. So I only tack welded it in 4 spots, although it was still getting hot, just to do an experiment with that, and I noticed it was a lot more efficient. So I thought, well, if that's not absorbing so much heat, and that's getting more heat, more convection, better it will work. So I took this off and decided, imagine this is the actual upright flue. I have a piece cut out up to there, along there, and along there. So that's taken out, and now I have an entry into the flue. That's what it is there, in there, and then just brickwork surrounding it. If I insulated that with a bit of that steel wool, this would just be a no-brainer. It just works perfectly. I think I've finally cracked the easiest way to make a really efficient, very fast starting rocket fuel heater. I think there's still probably a few improvements you could make still, but this just works so well. I could whack a few spuds on that, no worries. Okay guys, any questions? Let me know, but essentially you could have just have a bit of that fiberglass wool around the actual upright flue, which you want to insulate. The better, the hotter that gets, the more it retains heat, the more convection draw that creates. You wouldn't need the bricks. You could take it travelling with you. It's only a piece of steel about like that, about a foot long, and quite simply, you've got an excellent take anywhere you like barbecue. You wouldn't need all these bricks. You could just use, I just use these bricks because I got them, but you could just use a bit of fiberglass around the outside and a bit of soil, whatever, and yeah, it works perfect. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the videos.